Hi. Well, I'm getting ready to transplant this licorice mint outdoors. This is a sunny location in Northern California. The good thing about licorice mint is that it will tolerate both the heat and the cold here in Silicon Valley. The licorice mint has been in its container, growing from seed, and in the past few days it's been out in the sun and well taken care of. So now it's ready to find its new home. Now, we've already found a good place here, and this is actually a very sunny spot. The licorice mint will actually thrive in full sun. As long as you have about 4 to 6 hours a day, you will be fine. It will be happy. There are 4 easy steps to transplanting your licorice mint outdoors. First, you dig a hole, then you remove it from its container, you plant it in the hole, and then water it. Okay, well, you'll notice that the hole I made is about the same size as the container. You want to make it the same size or even just larger than what this container is, up to almost twice the size. And you can wear gloves if you want. It's not necessary, it's up to you. But you want to make sure that the plant will fit in the hole and the ground level will be equal to the ground level in the container when you're done. So this one does not seem to be deep enough. Let's dig that a little more here. So we're having a look at the soil before we plant the licorice mint. And what we notice is the soil looks to be well drained. It crumbles, it's not, there's no large clumps. And if you decide to plant your licorice mint into a container, such as this one, which you can, you'll need to use some potting soil. Otherwise, you don't need to add anything else. The licorice mint will grow with not much. It's not a very fussy plant. You don't even need to add fertilizer. You can grow it in the ground or you can grow it in the container. Okay, let's finish digging this hole. Gently turn the container sideways and tap gently on the sides. Open your hand over the top and slide your hand with the stems between your fingers, just like a comb. You can ask for help from someone to give you a hand because it can get tricky. Turn the container sideways. The root ball will slide out. If it does not, just repeat by turning the container onto its side and try again. If you see roots tangled in the bottom, it means the plant has grown quickly. It should have been transplanted earlier. No worries though. Just break up the roots a bit with your hand and fingers to help the roots find their way into the surrounding soil. Just a reminder that when transplanting a plant, it's a good idea to be gentle, just like you would handle a small kitten or a puppy. Plants are fragile, and the small young stems can be crushed easily and stop the plant from receiving the water it needs to grow. Add your plant to the hole, then adjust the height. Your plant should be planted about the same depth in the soil as it was in the container, not lower or higher. Fill in around the roots with the soil, and then gently pat down the soil to remove any large air pockets. There should be no roots showing because these will dry out. A good idea is to transplant your plant outdoors in the early morning or evening when the temperatures are a little cooler to reduce the shock. And that's it for planting. Now you'll need to water your plant using a gentle spray or a container like a small jar.
It will need more than just a sprinkle because the water will not get down to the roots.
You will want to add plenty of water so it reaches the roots. It's important to water every 3 to 4 days for the next couple of weeks so the plant can acclimate itself and get used to its new surroundings. Be careful, however, not to overwater the plant. It should not have wet feet. The roots should not be sitting in muddy water. Check your plant every day. You can poke your finger deep into the ground near the plant, and when it's dry, you can water again. What makes licorice mint easy to grow is that it just needs very little water. In fact, the leaves of your licorice mint will be much more fragrant when growing in drier conditions. This is an awesome spot for licorice mint. It's going to do just fine here near annual herbs like the basil that we see in bloom to the left and the native currant that's growing to the right. What's also really nice about it is that it does not spread. It is not an invasive plant like many other mints.